Hey, good evening. Wherever you're watching from, Nigeria, outside the world, or within Nigeria, um, in Australia, sorry. It's a good evening and good afternoon or good morning, wherever you're watching. Today's program will be very interesting program. I hope you follow me. Every week we try to discuss some of the important programs that borders our society. Now, some may be randomly, some of the question people ask, or some may politics and all those things. Um, Before starting with, I would like to congratulate Ashil Badi for winning today's game. It was so interesting. I was actually hyping up and thinking, oh man, I hope she won. I hope she win, and luckily she win the Australian Open. So for after 44 years today, we can proudly say we have gotten the Australian Open on our side. So that's good that we won the Australian Open. The doubles final that is coming up soon anyway. I don't got idea who will win. They are both Australians, so I will not be biased to support anybody. If you're watching this program tonight, please, I know anything to do with religion come with emotion, but we have to treat this topic as it is. So, I'll start my floor today with Christian music because it's so important that we go by the rule and obey what topic we're treating today, guys. Join me as I play this music first. Then.
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in me.
Okay, guys, thank you very much if you're watching the music and if you listen to the music, that's by Sinachi. So you can check her out on YouTube and other places that she have this maybe Facebook and so on. So her music always, be one of my favorites. I like the way she sang, and that makes it, very interesting as a Nigeria, and that gives give her recognition in many places of the world because of her sing. And I hope, like I always say, that if you're into music, please sing for God. If you're really, and not just about yourself. If you want to sing for business, you sing for business. But Christianity is all about God. God first before anybody. So I'm trying to see if I can get this pastor. Hopeful I can get this pastor so that he can join me today. But while this thing is going on, if I can get the pastor, you guys we can just continue. Anyway, guys, today I must say this that before I have been following this program by one young man called Mathias. Ezeaku, mainly from the eastern side, but he has an organization called Igbo Love Themselves. I personally have donated sometimes, and I support, and but I find it these days that what he's saying, have been something that we all try to question in the Nigerian Christianity himself, even in Africa. So many people these days are turning against Christian and trying to ask, why are we Why are we Christians? And atrocity, corruptions, a lot of things still going on in the country. Why do we call ourselves Christian when the Jews, they are carrying guns and they're telling you that God will bless you and all those things? Why is all this? So a lot of people question a lot of things. And some sharp minds in Africa are rising up to question the same thing. So let's start our program today by listening to some of those people and see what they think about Christianity. Let's just, many of you may know them anyway.
What we are struggling with is the demon of religion. Because when colonialists divided the continent, religion was next on the line. Then others are Muslims, others are Christians. And now you understand, when you get to Nigeria, for example, the war that is being fought in Nigeria, it's a simple war between Christians and Muslims. We're now dealing with ISIS in Mozambique. We're dealing with the religious war, the politics of religion. I want to say it like that, the politics of religion. Because immediately people accept one religion, they think that they are better than the other religion. And this very religion, whether it is Christianity or it is Islam, has become our weakest link, because Islamic governments find it difficult to do business with Christian governments and vis-a-vis. And all of them are in a crusade trying to make everyone Christian or trying to make everyone Muslim. And in such a way, it has created and divided families, it has divided countries, and religion divides us, spirituality unites us.
Guys, you can see what this brother is saying, that the biggest problem we have in Africa is religion. And to stop this, before going to the main chapter today, you can say this present guy, Prophet Jeremiah, according to the way people called him, after giving his money to this Nigerian actor. If you want to know my post about Nigerian actor, please, I beg you try to go to YouTube or search some of my program. You can see what I said about Nigerian actors. Like most of them, when they are doing well, let me just give you a tip. When they are doing well, you saw them online flashing money, doing all sorts of things, forgetting that you have to build the necessary thing for yourself. In America, they have Hollywood. They have actually area map out for these people. And Hollywood have other affiliations like insurance, like healthcare benefits. This is something that Nigerian actors need to look onto. If you guys are actors, you don't have those scheme, health benefits and all those things. It's not, you have not arrived. You're not actually making money. You're still very poor. Because what happened? Once sickness hits you, you will sell all those your cars, you will sell all those your property, and you still not be enough for you. That's what's happening with these guys. They said all they have, they still not be enough for them. They come down to this guy, Jeremiah Mofefe. So after this very program, he decided to give this young man at least, I think $1 million or something he gave to this man. After he gave this money to this man, a young man by Mathias was really pushed and said, this guy is a pastor, and they claim that they do miracle always. Why is he giving this guy 1 million? Why can't he perform the miracle that he said God always performed through him? Why is it that now that he miracle, at the end of the day, those people are gone? So Mathias questioned these people and said, okay, I presented 1 million. Sometimes I think I heard him say, even a plot of land, that if you can perform a miracle and heal somebody that normally came to my charity for me to help them out for their medical bills, if you can do that, I will give you 1 million and a plot of land. And also I will be really one of your converts. Although Mathias, from his story, he said once that he is a Christian. He was born in a Christian home. But what these people are doing, according to him, he said, it's not good. That the God does not perform miracle. The military around him, you ask God, this man is telling me God will bless me, but look at the mopo with big guns. Look at the security men with big guns. How will God bless me and God will not bless this man? They will ask him, the man will also tell you God will protect you. Him that telling you God will protect you is not assured that God protected human being. He's actually carrying police and all sorts of security to guide him. You cannot get access to him. Now, this thing that is happening, we Christians have to start asking questions. People need to start asking questions. Is Christianity relevant? All the belief we have. We heard the brother that said the first time, it says that the problem of Africa is a religion. that the religion have came in to divide. A Christian leader doesn't want to do something with a Muslim leader. A Muslim leader does not want to do something with a Christian leader. And this have been creating problem in Africa today. Matthias have taken it further and tell you that people that are dying, about millions, are killed by Christians because some of them go believing that the pastor will heal them. At the end of the day, they die. While if they went to doctor may find a solution. And Matthias go further and tell you that those doctors, they study years to perfect that work. Then it's an open challenge that people I have been watching, following this man of God, to see somebody may call Matthias to Christian and say, okay, you have been challenging us. Let me show you, bring those sick people and let me pray, and so that God of healing and God, they ask the Baal to call upon their God. They call upon it. There's nothing happening. Ask the people around there to pour water on this on the wood. When they pour water on the wood, on the stick or whatever, after they pour water on that, he called upon God, the God of consuming fire, and came and consumed even when the water is there. So, are you telling me the same God is not doing the same miracle up to today? Those pastors that say this and that, I've put down all our pastors here. They should not go hiding. They should come out. It's time for them to prove that God. Yeah. I'm saying they may think I'm Antichrist. I've been supporting Matthias. In next parts, maybe next week, I will give you all of my own insight about Christianity and the problem we are having in Christianity. But today, let's focus on this Matthias and the Christian, leaders. Even though the major, all that claim that they heal people. Matthias said that these people that you guys claim they heal, you guys claim you heal, some of them cannot prove to you, they cannot bring certificates showing you where they went to doctor and be diagnosed. They just came, maybe they have headache and tell you some story. You may challenge all those stuff. People may say what Matthias say may not be true. But as time have gone, nobody have proved him wrong. I know what some people need sometimes for you to put the information there. I don't want to talk about this because I'm a very good believer of Christian. But when I saw this going on and going on and going on, these men I'm showing, by the way, they are all sick. They're sick one way or the other, and they seek help from, the pastor, and the pastor gave him all this. No one that he have given money. All of them, he gave them what? No one that he have prayed for and say, God will heal you. He gave them money to go. And these are people that are proven, people that are entertainment industry, that people will know that, yes, they are sick, definitely. When God healed them, they will see that God healed them. But it's not carrying people around that, that have
the only way I want my people to follow, to live like.
Now, let me get to Matthias himself, and just for a minute. So let's get Matthias' view, and we'll see why Matthias is. Okay. I want to get Matthias' view. Okay. Because when we hear Matthias' view, we can actually understand why this young man is doing what he's doing. We have had another one view, and Matthias' view will tell us this. This is getting momentum. People are actually saw a video from a guy from UK.
The only way I want my people to follow, to live like, is to live like the people that are praying day and night to travel to their country, the Westerners. I only want the life of my people to be like the life of the children of Nigeria pastors who are deceiving my people in daily basis, who don't have shop, business, that depend on lies to defraud my people, and thousands of my people are dying prematurely, believing that what they are doing is real, while it is fake. It is very clear and open when I bet the sum of 1 million naira and a plot of land, that if anyone who can provide me a crippled person or a blind man in his or her community, whom Nigeria Christian leaders prayed for, and the person started to walk, or the blind started to see, that I'm going to give you 1 million naira with a plot of land. I didn't just wake up in a day and started saying this. I was born and brought up as a Christian. I was one of a religious person that put myself way deep in Christianity. in anything, any angle. But when this foundation came up, now I begin to have more than 10,000 sick people around me. Sometimes I receive calls in a day more than the president of a nation, because my people are dying and the only hope they have to survive is our foundation. Do you get me? If you have a sickness in your stomach that requires CT scan before doctor will go inside your stomach to remove the tumor or whatever in your stomach, if that CT scan is not done, doctor cannot operate on you. You will die and will be forgotten. And there is no way there will be a tumor on your face, in your stomach, in your womb, and you will pray in the name of Jesus or any shrine, any god on this earth, the tumor will just disappear. It is fraud.
You see, guys, this program with Mathias is gaining momentum. Nigerian pastors cannot tell me they have not seen this. We have Pastor Suleiman, we have Odumeji, we have various pastors, Matthew Oshowu, we have Tunde Bakare, we have Christ Ambassador Christo Yaklomi, we have Pastor Bishop Michael Konkwo, we have all the generals that call themselves, and we go to this church, people church, they have no less than 10,000 members. Some of them have 3 churches, 3 church services Sunday. But what are we seeing? Mathias actually said, I put 1 million and a plot of land for you guys to prove that what you are doing is real. Let's just, let's pay attention and listen to this young man. And I have taken time, I try to condemn him, but again, I try to see truth inside his words. Let's just listen and see.
Stomach. If that CT scan is not done, doctor cannot operate on you. You will die and will be forgotten. And there is no way there will be a tumor on your face, in your stomach, in your womb, and you will pray in the name of Jesus or any shrine, any god on this earth, the tumor will just disappear. It is fraud. Anybody who, even the last person that died in your family, the person he or she was sick. The last person, anybody who is diverting your senses, anybody who is diverting your health to call any god or Jesus or shrine for your health is a murderer, is a killer. The same way no god can build a road that leads to your community is the same way no spirit can cure you. So any pastor who is performing miracle of healing is a murderer. And that is why the Pope of Italy has never done that to the Italians. That is why you have never seen any Reverend Father in England doing such to their citizen. That is why you have never seen any white man performing that fake miracle in their land. Your body is very simple. Medical doctors study about your organs for years in the university. Just like the building engineers. They know the type of foundation they will lay that could be able to carry 4 or 5-story building. Your body is just like the car you drive. If your car have any fault, you don't need any Jesus or shrine to repair your car. Take your car to mechanic. Take your car to mechanic. And I want to ask Nigerians, I'm just giving an expo, because those when I went through a lot of comments when I posted a video between me and Jeremiah Ofotoye, I saw some people commenting rubbish. But these are people I am fighting for. These are people I want them to be on good health. These are people I knew what they don't know. These are people I am trying to make sure they did not lose their son, their daughter, out of ignorance. Just like one of our brothers based in Malaysia. His mother fainted some days ago. His mother fainted some days ago. Do you know that European and Nigerian pastors, reverend and bishop, have used the name of Jesus to murder more than 15 million of our people?
So guys, you can hear Mathias clear. He says that, the Europeans and the Nigerian pastors have used the name of Jesus to more than 50 million Nigerians. That's a very astounding revelation. You know, you ask yourself, how many miracles do you know the pastors are doing? We have seen so many, fake miracles by pastors. We have seen so many fake prophecies by Nigerian pastors and even our wider African pastors. We have seen so many atrocities these people are committing. If you are Christian, let's not be too emotional. Let's not be too attached. I'm a very good Bible believing person. I strongly believe in Bible. But when we look at the truth, we begin to dissect the truth and let the truth reign. Look at all these pastors. These guys have challenged them fully to come out and prove your God. It's there. It's in public. Before I wanted to touch this program, somebody sent me all this. What happened, about the Europeans, how they use Africans to make some things and all those things. You begin to ask yourself, why are we not deceiving ourselves? What kind of life are we living? Is Mathias right? If Mathias is not right, who have come to prove him wrong? All these pastors, none of them. Okay, look at church. This is just church himself. You see how it becomes. There's nothing different from this one and club. You see? So this is the church. We are saying there's miracle being performed there. What miracle are you going to see there? And these are the pastors. Just take a look what is happening in our churches. This is a pastor trying to, whatever he do to wash himself and ask members to drink it for a healing. You ask yourself, is this biblical? I once said is that African pastors or Nigerian pastors must have something doing to prove themselves. And if in terms of that one, you must have at least academically, you must be a bit sound. Because all these ones are doing, I don't believe in myself that this is miracle. I know that Jesus may do funny things to heal people or do funny ways to heal people. But what we are seeing in Africa is something else. I don't know if you have traveled. If you have traveled to the eastern side or Nigeria or many African countries, everywhere you travel is all about church. I may actually forgive Muslims here because the mosque is not really that way. In this my area, I think I can only find one mosque. But I tell you, around my area, I have more or less than this area of my place in Melbourne here, in Victoria here, around this area, just around this area, within 3 or 4 minutes, you can walk around everything. They have no less than 4 churches. What are we preaching? What are we doing? It is something that we have to sit down and start talking about. The Mathias himself have called for the pastors to come and perform their miracle. And left, like Lawube, we have to get the fact before we come out to, to discuss about it. But Lawube find out that the pastors in question have not shown up. Our religion is under attack. Something you believe in, something you believe that works. You believe that God works miracle, God heal, and God do all these dramatic things. And somebody have called you and say, come and heal me and prove me that your God is real. Our God, I don't want to go into my own side to open up more, but God loves challenges. In many situations or in many problems that children of Israel encounter, God proved himself. Starting from the Egypt, he proved himself. He actually asked Moses, go and break that water so that they break the past, say, do again so that those people drown. Now, what you're trying to tell us is that Jesus, that you're saying, that you are telling people is only in your pulpit. I thought our pastors, they go out to preach to people. They go out to pray in your houses. And Mathias have given you guys the chance that you guys are looking for to win millions of souls in Nigeria so that they can go out.
Like this boy we took to the hospital now, this guy.
So let me just say, Mathias have given you guys the opportunity to win more souls for yourself. It is your time to win even the Muslims in the country. What happened? Nigerian Jews, everybody went hiding. They can't make palm again. Even the miracle self, they are hiding on the miracle side now. Just like what happened when Jonathan was, in power. All of you guys are speaking, bad against a Christian leader, calling him all sorts of names. But once Buhari goes in, every one of you shut up. We begin to ask ourselves, why do we want to live this kind of life? Why are we only way to survive is to manipulate our own brothers, our own sisters, our own mom? They die because of our ignorance and because of our wickedness, because of our manipulation. They die because of those things. And today we see, in fact, people are going back to tradition. Many people are starting to go back to many people are starting to go back to tradition because of these things.
He's in UNTH.
Let's listen to Mathias again. I'm just trying to get you guys in, but let's just listen to this guy. Because before I was a bit, I say, why are you attacking Christianity? But I sat down, I listened to what he's saying. It makes sense. What he's saying makes sense. And that is something.
Like this boy we took to the hospital.
And that is what Christianity needs to address now. Because the more you allow, you guys have not proved that your miracle is real and the God is serving is real. Mathias is giving momentum every day. Don't say God will call you, because God feel disappointed that you that call upon his name cannot rebuke that power. It is time for all the GO, all your so-called GO that collected tithe every time, that build different kinds of factory and that build different kinds of church auditorium without building any employable, factory that will employ their members. Those are your members that trek almost 2-3 kilometers to come to your church. You don't know they have to, or they need job to survive. They need job to help their family. You say, God bless you. While you that have that position, are God, they are saying. Anyway, let's look at Mathias. It tells you about somebody that came to his place. See what?
Now, this guy you can see, he's in UNTH Enugu now. My staff took this guy to the hospital some days ago. As we enter the case of this guy, before we could enter another case, we must finish everything about this boy, make sure that he's made whole. Now, do you know that after when we are done with the case of this boy, if we want to call another person, we may call 50 to 60 people before we get someone that's still alive. Wow. Others have died. And these people have churches where they came from, which if those churches can bring them before the altar and raise money on their behalf and take them to the hospital, they will be made whole. They will be cured with the normal solution made for it everywhere in the world. But Nigeria Christian leaders have refused to be doing that and keep selling water. Oil. I traveled to overseas and noticed that olive oil is made to cook rice. But I grew up in Nigeria to see it as a spiritual something.
Guys, you see, Mathias have actually thrown some cool points against these people. Yes, I find people, I don't know, there's some of my video, I don't know, if you go back, I made a video about Christianity. I made a video about the guy that we normally put in our house saying it's Jesus. Somebody with long hair and all those things, saying it's Jesus. Those things are actually fake. They are non-existent. Somebody will ask you, you may buy your pastor, picture and plus in your car that when devil comes to go. No, those things are fake. The religion is in your heart and your behavior, not by your manipulation. What Mathias is saying now, why he can gain this momentum, is because what he's saying is the reality, the bitter truth. He said, when somebody, that somebody is sick, when you're fake, somebody is sick, why can't you call the congregation to raise money for the person to go to hospital and get himself in order? Then he can come back. Yeah, religion is good. Then, just come back to feel, relaxed so that you can take away some of the problems that you may have or complications you may have. But we just insist that Jesus is a healing Jesus. We just insist Jesus is a healing. You ask yourself, is Jesus a healing Jesus? That's a very simple question you ask yourself. I can answer that question next week when I just come and tell you what is Christianity. But today, we are tackling the cause that made people to backslide and made people to run away from Christian. If you look around you now, some of your friends that most of them are going back to tradition. Some are becoming native doctors. These days online, you will see different kinds of native doctors teaching you different kinds of tradition. The Christian pastors are nowhere to be found now. Mostly since Matthias, have given them option to come and prove themselves that their God is real. So where are the pastors? Where are the Christian preachers? Where are those people that are asking you to go to street and preach? Now they don't need to street. All they need is just to go here and perform the miracle. Guys, you remember these people? Remember during Trump election, these men of God in Nigeria, even when Trump said Nigeria is a shithole, they organized all this trick saying that Trump will win and Trump will do this. All those prophecies are fake. Funny thing is that people are still going to that church. And Baka actually prophesied that Soludo will not win, that Soludo this and that. Soludo, governor of Anambra, won the election. And people are not even asking him, sir, you prophesied this. Why? These ones, they prophesied. The pastor give them fake hope that God told him, which is all lie. God never told him anything. Would you live in manipulation? A thief, just a proverb that said a thief get away every day, but one day is for the owner. And when the owner catches the thief, I know what to do. He make him suffer for it. What is going on today? Some of the youths are rising up. Understand that some of the pastors that claim that God is doing miracle using them are all fake. Remember, Matthias have huge followers. And those followers, when they see they tell to this, and that pastor, you're telling them you heal them, they don't believe. And look at this one too. This is what we're calling church. A pastor having a kiss with the member. The African, the African church we are practicing, we are in a big problem. The church needs revolution. You may agree with me that church needs big revolution. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. People keep going this way. I don't know where to stop. But we are in trouble. The Christianity himself, the genuine Christianity himself is under attack. And that attack, we don't know how to get it over it. Government need to step in. The Christians, the ones that, when you say the ones that believe, most of the Jews there, they are just there for what they get in their pocket. You find out that African Jews, some of them have 2 private jets. Some of them have 4 cars. What are you doing with 4 cars? When you die, will they bury you with car? When you want to drive, you can only drive on 1. You can't drive on 4. We don't think. We all see that we are serving God. When the God that you're serving today, they are putting their God in question. Come and defend your God. Come and show. Okay, come and show why you say God is this. Look at what we are seeing in African churches. Where there's no sense to anything. This is Coca-Cola or maybe Fanta. What connect God with Fanta? Why are we being so stupid? And people are coming, buying all this drink, pouring it into, they probably buy it in the church too, because that's the way, one way of raising money indirectly too. After giving offering, they will raise money through this one too, because they will make you to buy it through the church. The pastor will tell you, I prayed over it. So it's anointed. When you come, you'll be watching, look at what we are doing. Look at what we are doing. See, look at what we are doing. We are, who made us this? Who have sent us? Look at the ladies. Look at grown-up ladies. They allow themselves to be used. Africa, we need to wake up. Religions have come out of hand. And to me, I said, sometimes people talk about the Rwanda president closing up churches and mosques. When you look at things like that, you know that man is right. He needs to close those things. Because if you don't close those things, the problem we are finding today will continue to increase. But because the problem is getting out of hand, other Africans need to join. Nigerians need to start working on our own. We need to start to work on that our own too, to make sure that religions have been taken care of. Because when you go to everywhere you go today, you find religion. You cross 2 streets, religion. Next one you see pastor. All these guys may be somebody who just learned how to read the Bible. You remember this very guy in South Africa who said he waked the dead from South Africa. When I look at this thing, he was exposed. Today he still have big congregation. Nobody's questioning him. Can this guy come today to convince Matthias and tell Matthias that God is real? You see, you remember when this thing happened, everyone was celebrating, saying, wow, our God is great. Hey, Fimilia, I miss you. I hope you're doing well. Happy weekend. So, guys, and this one is also a Reverend Father having, look at what he's doing to the kids. If this happened in Western world, drama. Fimilia, I actually want to talk to you. I will call you maybe later. I don't know. So, guys, see what he's doing to the kid. I think this happened in Asia because if it happened here in Australia, yes, it's really violent. If it happened a place like this, it was being in trouble, in a big mess. Look at, even kick the kid. See, there's no way you do this thing. There's no way. You can only do this in third world country. The funny thing is that the religion in Africa is different from the religion in Australia. Mathias said something that that I say yes. He said, these white people, have they performed the miracle in their place? I am here in Australia. Do you know that when you go to our churches are getting empty? No people coming to the churches. No people coming to churches. The church are getting empty. When you go to our churches here, it's getting empty. No people come to church. Most people you saw are the old people. The younger generations are not attending the churches. But today, we are all saying Christianity. Christianity is good. Like I will tell you next weekend, then I will discuss Christianity for you. But today, I'm just telling you the view of what that guy was saying in the presence of many people. How can you convince him? How can you convince the guy? We have kept quiet and allow Mathias to continue to grow wing, continue to be popular. People continue to listen to him. We have forgotten the basic thing of Christ. If you say God is a God of miracle, you have to prove it. When people, like sometimes we Africa, when we see somebody say, I'm a pastor and we can read the Bible, you actually don't care again. You just give him, you don't ask question. When somebody has security men 10 and praying for him that God will bless you, can't you ask me, excuse me, sir? If God will bless me this, why do you have this security men? Why? Why can't you believe also that God will bless you and God will protect you and move freely as somebody who have God, because God is there looking after you? We don't do that. We still see the pastors when they are going convoy, people protecting them and all those things. Why? We need to start asking questions. In here, you can't have those security because you cannot. In fact, you cannot have government security. You can't have government security. Individual cannot have federal security. No, they don't give it to you unless you have interest of the government. Maybe even though you're a politician, unless you are under threat, 24 hours they are threatening you, then they will give you 1 or 2 policemen. You don't give people federal. I see some of these pastors with Nigerian police. There's one of the programs I said that they should withdraw Nigerian police. They should withdraw them all. Yeah, there's one I said that they should withdraw the federal police from people because individual should not use police that you and everyone work, taxpayers pay them money. Then only one individual will take the police, maybe give them bribe. But remember, you are the one that will pay this police pension when they retire. We allow individuals to take it. The problem is that if there's no security in the country, that's when everybody have to join hand and fight for the security. But when individuals benefit and allow the poor to suffer, then nobody wants to fight because they are already okay. They become very selfish. That's what is happening here in Nigeria. The pastors are not doing the job. Mathias have exposed them so much that most of them are now hiding. There's this program I saw here. I was so shocked what happened. You listen to it.
That spirit that reduce weight, reduce this weight, reduce our 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 weight.
What the hell is going on? Is the pastor literally praying for her fat to go away? Oh my god, if only it was that easy. I swear to you, every single time I try to stop talking about these African pastors, but they just keep pulling me back in.
The fat in her body, doctor said he couldn't see anything. Right now, this woman is suffering because she carried fats. and the fact our body is, the body size is over.
Guys. I just come in.
Our bones to carry our bones. The bones.
Guys. You see, I read before. I said yes. People, God made doctors. The people, dietitians, nutrition, sports, scientists, what they call physiotherapies. This they have Christian and non-Christian. In fact, sometimes when you go to doctor, they don't care if you're Christian and non-Christian. What they do, they take care of you on the matter you came on. When you have a weight, it's not God. You have to. Yes, you believe God in miracle, but there's process for these things. You can meet a doctor that will, ask you, or maybe meet a dietitian that will, structure food that you can eat. They may give you exercise to support that. They diet you. Even some people, they take shake in order to reduce this. We're making God look very stupid because God, remember, God said he has given you all those things. During Noah could have called God to build the ark. Pardon me while I take myself, I'll allow you. Noah could have called God to build the ark. But those people that God gave it Noah used them, everybody on its own, to do these things. People like fact. Yeah. But those people that God gave those things, he allowed them to do their own thing, one by one. There's nothing like reduce their weight. This is just stupidity. Seriously, let's just keep watching and see.
I'm not okay to carry the flesh. So that's why this woman could not walk.
Fam, don't get it twisted. I'm in love with my big girls. But Jesus is Lord. Her legs look like a fat river.
Man of God, help me. I'm suffering. I've been on this for 2 years. Man of God, help me. I want to walk again.
Forget diet and exercise. This right here is the new key to losing weight. Just lie on your back and hope that God makes you look like a Kardashian.
Today is the end of my affliction. My time has come indeed. I'm free.
That spirit that reduces weight, reduces weight, reduce our 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 weight. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, reduce our weight, reduce our weight, reduce our weight, reduce, 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 rise up and walk in Jesus.
Regardez des grands chers, tout à fait, la guérison vient juste de prendre place.
Jesus!
Thank you,
Jesus! See, you can see.
This pastor has literally turned religion into a comedy act. Seriously, what the hell am I actually watching? I swear, these are the times where I just wish I was an alien living on another planet.
You can see, there's a power. You see? You're afraid. 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 Oh, you are not speaking like that. Celebrate. There's no joyfulness.
Thank you, Jesus.
I swear, people literally believe anything nowadays. Everyone is literally jumping like monkeys on ecstasy. You just remember. Question everything. Don't be shit. Wait, what the hell is he actually doing?
Cameroon people. Ghana people.
No insights.
No people.
Surgery is another aura. Yeah, exactly.
Angola people.
Is this amateur karaoke night at church? You know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done. You just remember. Question everything. Don't be sheep.
So I prefer to die under your custody, Jeremiah 4 for you. In fact, you making.
Guys, you see, Before continue with Matthias, I can't Jeremiah for you. Guys, the truth is that obesity is one of the highest economic draining channel or process that this Western world have created. In Western world, they are suffering from obesity, while in third world country they are suffering from kwashiorkor. We have to counter. So one malnutrition and the other one is overnutrition or something like that, But the obese himself, to avoid the obese himself, we try to exercise. I myself, I am. You can weigh yourself and check your, BMI. Know how many, what's through your height and your weight, you can know, you can have rough idea where you need to sit. If you're not there, then what happens? You get into exercise, you change your diet. You may meet a dietitian. I may not be expert on this area, but you may meet dietitians that may tell you either to go into veggies, eat carb or fab, a lot of ways you can do those things. Sometimes they may not ask you to do much exercise. They may ask you to cut down your meal or to change your diet. What's happening to this mom now? Even the pastor is taking risks because such a mom with such a overweight, she may partake into that exercise and have heart attack. And the pastor does not have nurse, as stupid as he can be, they don't have doctors or nurse around that area. They'll be asking God of miracle. Maybe this woman died. They will say maybe somebody killed the woman or whatever it is. But that is avoidable thing. You see, the brother was saying that this is a joke and that. It is true. It's totally joke. Because the pastor here is ignorant. They can't tell me that, God, if I'm a Christian, I work in the health sector, then... So a Christian working in that health sector it's not a bad thing. But what the pastor is doing here is like manipulating this lady, telling the lady that God will heal her fat, which is not totally lie, that God will heal her fat. God has given us people that will do those jobs. It's up to you, pastor, to pray for the person and ask the person to seek doctor help. Congregation, if she doesn't have enough money, you guys can contribute and help. That's how we do things. You contribute what and help out. So some things we do already have answer, Wait, I'm just trying to get a message. Some things we do, we already have answer. But how do we utilize the answer? No. Africans, we are having problem. I'll tell you about something. Those people, I'm shocked sometimes, some people, they will go to Africa, they become a miracle worker overnight. But in their area in Western world, maybe from America, wherever they come from, they have never spent a time in their street to preach for one day. Nobody will listen to them. But when they came to Africa, they find that 30 people, 100 people, 200, 1 million people, thousands of people have given their life. They asked, who is this person? When they came back home, they got nothing. In fact, when you talk to the person yourself, you will be the one confusing the person about Christianity. You will lose. You lost. We need to wake up. We need to wake up and start talking. What Matthias is saying here is actually true. And this actual guy that he was attacking, you may not hold anything against him because
just remember, question everything. Don't be sheep.
So I prefer to die under your custody, Jeremiah Fofoye. In fact, you making this video, you are making fool of yourself.
Jeremiah is a pastor. Sometimes I must say this.
I want everyone's on.
I respect Jeremiah a bit. I actually like the way he gives money out sometimes for people to find their way and do something. That is very good. But what we need to, you need to also preach to the congregation when you are sick. Go to the hospital, get checked by a doctor. And we're praying that the medicine they will give you or the doctor will have wisdom to make the necessary diagnosis. Okay? They should do their lab tests. This is simple thing. Even in drinking all this traditional medicine, they are not helpful. Okay? Even drinking traditional, it's not helpful. You do the right thing, then God will rescue you. With pastors, we need to turn down what we are doing. Some of the things you guys are doing is not biblical. You're just doing those things for your selfish interest. And that thing is killing millions of people. That's what this Mathias, that's why Mathias is coming today and is gaining popularity, because all you pastors are now hiding. Your GUs, they are hiding. If it is something that is very easy, I remember when what is that called? That the freezer or something, talks about Adeboye or one of those guys. The way they came out and started shunning him and da. But because of this guy, he say, come out and heal, let me see, because I have a lot of them here. Come out and heal, both Odumeje or whatever, Onyeze Jesus, all of them, none of them have show up and heal. Let him see. He said, come out and heal. So heal them so we don't need to spend the money again. Or do you want to go back to the basic thing? Basic thing is like having money for medication, going to hospital, to drink, So, guys, listen, now that I'm against Jesus healed, like I tell you guys, I will be treating that one tomorrow. I will seriously I thought I gave an share this thing. I will be treating that one tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I will be treating that one next week. So when I'm treating that one next week, we'll talk about Christianity, how genuine Christians need to operate, why our Christian is going daily, going down every day. People are running away from Christian. If you say you're Christian these days, people don't want to hear your voice. They just run away. If you say you're Christian these days, nobody wants to listen to you. Many people are going to tradition. And tradition, is it the best? Ask yourself. Tradition have its own faults. Remember, a lot of things that tradition brings in that we will not appreciate. Some things also is still good. Let's listen to this pastor. This pastor had a congregation here. He never asked about the congregation if they are eating. He never asked their financial capability. He never asked anything. But now he's telling them, convincing them to use God, to use money to buy their way to God. And this is what happened. I may not have the other clip finished, but none of the congregation show. Listen to what he's saying.
On the altar, go back to your seat. On the altar, go back to your seat. I want you to come. Those of you that you are going to come with a seed for the new document that will be operating in your life. And this is the seed I want you to bring. I want you to bring two kinds of seed.
Did you hear him out? The pastor said he wants you to bring a seed for the new document they are operating in someone's life. Could you imagine? That's crazy. Huh? They are operating in someone's life. New document, they are operating in someone's life. So we are having, I think this pastor will say, can help us anyway. I don't want it to be Never Africa. But the pastor makes sense. Say he wants you to bring new, to sow your seed, to bring money for the new document they are operating in your life. So they are putting new documents in your life. God have actually seen this is a wrong religion. I want to actually let me just tell you, God has actually done every work He can done in your life. God have programmed you right from the very day they conceive you in the womb, who you will be, how your life will play out, and how you last. All these people talking this are just crap. They are not Christians. As a human being, the day they born you, God have programmed your life journey that if you take the right path, this is how you go. But sometimes God will say, okay, may first bump and that, and you let her come back, be good. Anyway, let me come and just Jeff here. Anyway. Hey, welcome, Abbas Jeff.
Can't even hear you, man. No
Can you
volume.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Very, very faint.
I don't know. Let me see if I have any. I use my drivers and see here. I think is that from my side? I don't think it's from my side. Let me see if I can log in on my distance. How you been anyway? Because I can hear you clear.
Can you hear me?
Very clear and loud.
How come?
Let me see if I can log in one of my lists.
Let me come back inside.
Okay. Hello? So, can you hear me? Let me see if I can log into one of my lists. So, yeah. So, myself is coming back again. Come back inside. Okay, see? I think it's going well because I just log in my listing and it was playing well. Anyway, guys, this is just the truth. Okay, myself is back. Prophet, can you hear me now?
Still the same thing, bro.
Well, I can hear you properly.
Huh?
I can hear you properly.
Ah.
I just on my this thing here. Let me see here. You see?
Let's see if I can connect it from the computer.
You can hear this one, you see? I can hear you properly. You see? I can hear you properly.
I don't know what's the problem.
Maybe check properly. I don't know.
Try
Anyway,
to
guys.
see if I can get it off from the computer.
Okay, now why do you do that, bro?
Because this is just a mobile phone.
Anyway, guys, while Jeff is putting that, let me just play this pastor. You can see the pastor with drama in the church, asking church people to pay some money. Let's listen.
I want you to come, those of you that you are going to come with a seed for the new document that will be operating in your life. And this is the seed I want you to bring. I want you to bring two kinds of seed. Category 1, 7,000. Category 2, 5,000. If you are here tonight, I just want you to stand here quickly. Come to the altar immediately, and I'm going to pray. I'm not going to beg you for this. I just want you to step out. Step out wherever you are very quickly.
Okay, no worries.
You will bring a seed, either 7,000 or 5,000. Wherever you are, just get up, because this thing you are writing, Joshua knew the power of the altar, and he used the altar and spoke in a day, and it came to pass.
Now, let me ask a direct question.
So, guys, I must pause here first. Guys, I think you can see what we are saying about religion. This very brother, he understands the Bible and he looked like well-learned man. What did he do? He manipulated the Bible that those who understand the power. He was asking people to sow seed for them to be able to be blessed by God. That is totally wrong. Totally wrong. You don't need, that's why sometimes when you see these criminals, scammers, criminal politicians, people that extort money from people, they'll be going to give God and believing that God will bless them. There's no amount of money that will give God that will change God's mind. It's either you live a good life or not. There's a place in the Bible that talks about Zacchaeus and the rich man. You know, upon all his life, you know, he ended up in hellfire. Or Zacchaeus up there, ask him, please, can you dip your hand in water and send me because I'm thirsty? According to the Bible. We have to understand this, that what these people are doing are manipulation. They are manipulating you. It's not biblical. Say Joshua understand. What did Joshua understand? Joshua understand by sowing his seed, by sowing money. The Bible actually tells you that the best offering you give is to give yourself first, before any substance in your hand. These people, they cannot tell you that. That's why people like this, do you see, I don't know if you guys watch that video. You see when the guy called out, nobody shows. Nobody showed. Everybody was like, yeah, they just ignore him. When he asked them to give the seed, nobody shows. They just like, okay, you carry on, keep talking what you are talking. Normally, when pastors call for money like this, you see people, they run to him. Then he's trying to make up those words. You watch now, when he call, nobody should. Then he starts, you know, talking.
Category 2, 5,000. If you are here tonight, I just want you to stand here quickly. Come to the altar immediately, and I'm going to pray. See, I'm not going to beg you for this. I just want you to step out. Step out wherever you are, very quickly.
Nobody comes.
You will bring a seed, either 7,000 or 5,000. Wherever you are, just get up, because this thing you are writing, Joshua knew the power of the altar, and he used the altar and spoke in a day, and it came to pass.
Now, let me ask a direct question, and I get you.
So if you don't sow the seed, if you don't give that money, you don't know the power of the altar. That is totally wrong. That's why, this is why people like Mathias are gaining momentum. A lot of youth are turning back from all this religion and going back to the tradition. because of things like you have not been relevant again. We are making religion irrelevant. Please, if you can, next week we'll treat what religion is all about. But we have exposed all these things. Your GU, your pastors are needed now to perform their miracle. They should contact Mathias, and Mathias will show them, okay, this people is not well. These are their diagnosis paper. Pray for them to God to heal them. And that's where the pastors, none of them want to show up. They are hiding. All the pastors are hiding.
If we remove religion from the of getting to a,
it's not the one solution. It's not the one solution. There are more than 7 segments of African conversation we need to have, and we're going to have a more in-depth conversation tomorrow at the conference. But we need to start talking about our ideology of unifying our governance. We need to start talking about unifying our businesses. We need to start talking about unifying our education and rewriting our curriculums. We cannot be in this day and age be asking how many legs does a grasshopper have, and that comes in your examination. We need to unify our entertainment and sports. We also need to unify and find a common zone where we can celebrate our diversities of cultures. So it's not only, and ultimately, we need to unify what we might want to call our African spirituality without undermining our diversity of African cultures. But we need to have that in the armpit of our governance systems. Right now, our governments get into power and raise your hand here. Do you believe? Oh, help me, God. Oh, inshallah, so help me, Allah. How can you on the African continent be asking my moral compass to be controlled by the religion which is foreign to the land? As such, we need to start having an honest conversation. Are these religious systems working to benefit the Africans, or these have also become prisons of the mind, which control the African? And immediately you hear someone is from an opposite religion than yourself. Even if they are African, you already want to alienate yourself from them. Religion constantly divides us. As such, religion is not the only thing we must remove, particularly colonial religion, colonial Christianity, colonial Islam must not have space on African function. The African must be free to practice what they want to practice because they are African. How come the Muslims in the Middle East, they do as they please? The Chinese in China, they do as they please. The Americans and the Europeans, they do as they please. But when they come to the African continent, they want to tell us how to behave, as if we've ever walked up to Luxon and walked up to Brussels and walked up to California and tell them how to behave. This is the arrogance that gets me quite worked out, because our governments will constantly be bowing and kneeling in front of the colonizers who don't care about the Africans at all, but they care about their own business interests that are invested in the country. We need to start having an honest political, academic, entertainment, religious, business conversation that addresses Africans as owners of their own destinies, as owners of their own resources, and they should need to champion their own future, of which they are part of.
Comment on the participation of youths and women. I think,
man, this word from this man just touched my mind. It's such a very strong word, very, very strong word. You know, when men start talking,
entertainment, religious, business conversation that addresses Africans as owners of their own destinies, as owners of their own resources, and they should need to champion their own future, of which they are part of.
Comment on the participation of youths and women. I think of late there's been a talk.
I am not, this fight I am fighting is that my eye is the system I am into. I want anybody whom Jesus have cured cancer to come and prove him or herself here. Come here, tell us that you was diagnosed of cancer, and after prayer you went back to the lab test and they found it no more. It's not done anywhere. Black man and woman. Look at posters everywhere in the streets of Nigeria. 25 years, 30 years, 23 years. Thousands of our people who are dying is because they don't have money to go to the hospital to receive medication. But the people who gave you Jesus as a healer gave their bussy cat free medical care. When you see the Europeans who gave you Bible and Jesus, if you see where they are taking their bussy cat to the hospital, bussy cat, national ambulance for cats in the Western world. Every dog today in Europe has a passport. Government knows how many dogs they have in their country. And the government checks if they go to medical checkup or not. So why is it that the only miracle God of Bible and Jesus and Shrine will be doing in your life is healing? So why do they want to tell you that your body is just like as I was, the way I used to understand it before, that your body is just like a foam, it's just like an iron. I don't know how to explain it. Every part of your body has a name, and doctors studied about that. Do you get me? Every part of your body has a name, and the doctor.
Guys, let me welcome Ambassador before we are taking out these things now. I just remove this here.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody! If you're watching,
Happy New Year, my brother. Happy
New
Year, my brother.
Ambassador Jeff, man. You see, when I listen to voices of wisdom, I begin to smile. You know, Africans, my Africans, is this your back that is bent? So it's a question. That's a question for the gods. That guy is speaking in I don't know how I will place that. That guy is trying to tell the world that there's no miracle. The world the people have to see the world from a different perspective, from a different goggle. I probably want to add something to that because the guy is talking very serious, taking it very, very serious.
Yeah, that's why I have let them and allow the pastors to counter this guy.
Jesus Christ was born in Africa and is a black man. He's never white.
I've talked about that. They're supposed to start putting all those pictures they put,
Jesus is black. It's never white. And they showed us a colonized photos. That is where the colonization of the world started from Jesus Christ. So if you look at Alexander the Great, it's an African. Pharaoh was an African. Even the so-called Joseph, they were all Africans. And King Solomon is African. King David is African. Theophilus is from Africa. John the Baptist is Africa. John himself is an Africa. Peter is Africa. All these names in the Bible, they were all Africa. Even what is his name?
Solomon.
Abraham. All these guys were all Africans. And to say Moses were going to the promised land and never get there, and that I still doubt it. If he was not going to Mount Sinai in Egypt. So for people, Africans, look at all their names, all their pictures. I don't even know if they are all of them are still alive, because these guys, they are something else. Hold on a minute. There's something popping up on my screen here. I think I'm just gonna leave it over there. Maybe it will disappear on its own. You're not supposed to be in that screen. Oh, look at their faces. Is that a WWE pastor?
Now all of them, all the pastors here, they just came there.
All the pastors we see here, they are all competing with Dangote.
So they are into business.
Yeah. All of them.
There's a question. People are beginning to turn back to tradition.
No. You see, people going back to tradition doesn't mean tradition. Tradition was never extinguished. Our great grandfather said to us that the reason why most of the medicines and everything dies away is because if you teach this young generation medicine that were meant for to be
They
managed
use it wrong.
secretly,
Yeah.
they will go and use it
Wrongly, yeah.
wrongly. That's why you see all this, our great grandfathers, they punch in their chest with a mortar.
Yes.
They never break ribs.
Yes.
They shoot them with a gun, it never go inside.
Yes.
So all those medicine, they've all disappeared because armed robbery
Yes.
for robbery.
Yes.
That if you shoot them, you're not going to go inside.
Yes.
And then you start using it for the wrong purpose.
Yes.
Those medicine were meant for during the colonial power when they are going to war.
Yes.
It's nowhere meant for criminals.
Yes.
That is why all this medicine dies away and they never transfer it from generation to generation, because the way they see the world, and the world is changing and is evolving, and people, if you're gonna leave all these medications behind, people gonna use it for something different. Now, the pastors that I've seen here, all the pastors that I've seen here, I don't think there's any of them that I believe that know if they even know Jesus. They are preaching money and insanity.
Do you know?
Where do they get their nothing we hear from? And up to today, I've never seen any pastor that have been able to answer that question. Where do they get their anointing oil from?
And this guy was saying that he said that when he was in Nigeria, he thought anointing oil is for holiness. But when he went to India, he found that olive oil, they use it to cook. And that's what we are drinking as anointing.
I have almost 20 liters. I used to fry chips.
Could you imagine? That's what we drink. We drink as anointing oil, olive oil. They say go bring and make the anointing.
Over it. Someone that went to go and meet with Babalawo will come and pray over anointing oil for you to go and to say that he's praying through Jesus Christ into the anointing oil. That anointing oil has been blessed by Babalawo already.
Yes,
and they will give it to you.
Some Babalawo said they will start to expose pastors because some pastors they come.
Yeah, there was this Babalawo in the mountain. I think the mountain is in Ogun State also.
So Guru Maharaji.
Yeah,
Guru Maharaji.
It's in Ogun State. I think it's in Ogun State. The mountain.
Yeah, it's just on the express. Yeah, Guru Maharaji.
That is where on top of that mountain, they said there's two Yoruba Babalawo on top of it. They don't speak English. They only speak Yoruba.
Oh man!
So that is where they are getting their power from, and they will come and tell you there is no healing. No Nigerian has done any healing. Are you telling me Pastor Suleiman is healing people with all these marital preaches? I see all the things he preach nowadays. It's celebrity preaching. He's not preaching from the Bible anymore. He doesn't even read the Bible. He just make up his own preaching and start telling the whole people, and everybody will be clapping, amen, amen. I said, when I listen to his broadcast, I just say, oh, what makes him different from what I'm talking about? So he's a political preacher, a divorcee preacher. He preached to incriminate people. Somebody that tell people that somebody went into the toilet in France and come out of Germany.
That was shock, man. I know. It's like that.
To my toilet now, I'll come out in Nigeria. So all those things they are talking about, it makes me feel disappointed to see the way and manners people represent Christ. I'm not saying Jesus Christ is not there. I'm not saying there's no God. There is God. Somebody created this universe. There's Jesus Christ. Jesus came as a black man. The first, and then secret fish in Egypt before crossing through the River Jordan, because people were going to kidnap him. Those days when you have men, they will kill the men. And that's why we were looking for Jesus Christ. They wanted to slaughter him. So they were able to smuggle him across through the River Jordan to the other side.
We believe in God. We believe God exists.
So there's God.
But the problem is that
all these people that I'm seeing their face here, they don't know God. They are competing with Dangote. All of them have private jet.
Private jet, yes.
So,
and
like
some of them have like 4 cars.
Like our $8 million man. What is his name? The guy that passed away, I'm one of them.
Jeremiah.
TV Joshua.
Oh, TV Joshua, yeah.
Yeah. Today Joshua had been a
we're trying to get them right here. Yeah.
So a lot of people died in his temple. There's a lot of South Africans that died in his temple. You know, of all the preachers and everything, they're telling people not to eat medication. They tell people not to do this when they are sick. And I know a lot of people that have died from HIV. They will say they're going to cure them. They should not go and take antiviral medication that would have survived them and they live along. And some people with HIV can still have babies. You know, there's a way they treat them. And when they have baby, they tell you not to feed the baby with the breast milk. And the baby will grow very healthy. You know, Michael, was it? Patrick, everyone they are still alive.
Yeah, so, Michael Jordan, yeah. He's the first, well-known HIV carrier then.
Yeah. So all these black preachers, if they were preaching that's okay, Jesus was black, I will support them 100%. But tell me that you are preaching with a Idumota olive oil that came from Spain. Olive oil is coming from Italy and Spain. And then you come out telling me that everything is all good with all this bullshit. I don't believe it. There is God, and we need to treat it the way it should be treated, not the way they want us to be. Look at WWE. Is it not WWE? I'm seeing the third person here. Who's that guy?
This one?
The third one.
From where?
The after TV Joshua, the next guy, the Larry Bo guy.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. That is the guy that is against all the pastors. Yeah. The guy that is closer, not the one on the blue one, the blue shade, the one on the white shade.
Oh, that one Matsu, he owned Matsu, Past Power, all of them, you know.
He came and started going against all the pastors.
Yes.
He started practicing what they are doing in order for him to make money.
Yeah. You know, he has his own file, you know. He has his own file in
There's
Ukraine.
a pastor that been arrested in Abuja Road or something, dressed as he was arrested with a lot of guns and AK-47 and bomb. It's full-time armed robber. So I saw it. I think it's in the news yesterday.
Oh man.
Yeah.
See?
So on the daytime, it's a pastor. At night, it's an armed robber. So can't imagine that nonsense. The man of God, all these deportees from Libya who came to become pastor, they go and meet their grandparents in the village to give them power of gathering people. You know, the same Babalawo that you come to church and pray against, but you go and meet them in the daytime to give you, at night to give you medication so you can have more people, like a supermarket. And then you go against all of them in the day. That's why most of them doesn't last.
Yes.
By the finger that fed you. You know. So Ezeaku claim Nigerian pastors survive by stealing from the poor. It's the truth. Probably figure will be they are stealing from the poor.
Yes, you know, the truth is that I think. Do you think, Jeff, that pastors need to have occupation and at least to have theology certificate to be a pastor?
To be a pastor, you need to read and practice it. It's a practice. It's the one that is being ordained by God have all died away. So this one that we have now, and they are not ordained by God. They are practicing pastors. See, there's something like an anointed pastor or God have made them to become preachers. I'm not seeing any of the faces here.
And you know, again, it seems like everybody's on his own. Now they don't care. Like that this guy, Matthew Shomola or something, he just made his son second to him in UK. So no outsider can manage anything. No outsider is good enough to manage any finance or anything pertaining to the church. It's only his son, which is very bad.
They are making thousands of pounds.
Yes, they are trying. The church becomes a home affair, home business. There's nothing much again. If you want to go through pastor, you have to. Why can't pastor? I don't believe that. I don't want individual to own a church. You may be somebody who have the calling, but you should not own a church. You know that.
No. That word calling, they are using it wrongly. None of them is called. They are all practicing pastors. So some of them are very learned. They discover they can do this more better, and they just go back to school, read more about the Bible, simplify it, put all of them inside their head, and come out and speak prolifically to the people. You know, like the mathematician from Edo State. What's his name? Pastor. Yeah, that guy.
That guy. Only that guy. Do you know the money that guy have?
English teacher. And the other one, the mathematician, is from Bagada, the Deeper Life guy. That they were accusing him of the church for child molestation the other day. Wow. They start threatening the woman, that woman from Calabar. So all these people, you see, they are all mafias. These are the people that are influencing the Nigeria government and make the direction of Nigeria government to be very poor. Because they are using their private jet to be swindling their money somewhere else.
Yes.
So I keep telling people that until these people prove they are not in here, I will not believe them. There is God. We all know there is God.
Yes.
God has helped me. Has survived a lot of people.
Yes.
All these miracles. How can somebody who is just stealing from the poor making miracles, telling you God is going to come, but the time is coming, we don't know. How come?
I'm
just telling the whole world that God is coming so soon. Before Jesus Christ died 2,000 years ago. That was before I was born. Now that I'm born, I'm already 50 plus. Jesus Christ still died 2,000 years ago. The year Jesus Christ died never increases. Why?
But you know what? I come to think about this thing every time, just see what are we doing? You know, all these pastors, people will go to their church, they have but God everywhere, and they're telling you God will protect you. How can you have security, highly armed security men like Chris Okoti, they're full armed as if they are going to war? He's telling your congregation God will protect them. You yourself, you don't believe that God will protect you because you have all those arm around you. Huh? I think we are in problem in that country. I also say that the whole federal police should be withdrawn from celebrities and pastors, because federal police are being paid from people's tax. So it's meant to protect everybody, not just for a few individuals, you know? Anyway, Jeff, time, let me just say our time have run out of.
Don't worry, man. I got a message from Chief Justice. Omogomugo, how you call him?
Yeah.
Diplomat.
Chief diplomat, yes.
I got a message from him today.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So we'll be calling today, and maybe next week we'll have to treat why you should be.
I've not renewed my subscription. Just want to relax a little bit before I gather my news for the new year.
Yeah.
I want the news to come in a one piece that will shake everybody. So, as you know, that the NSV is fighting in the court.
Really?
Speak. Yeah.
Again.
Something they can just discuss inside the house and resolve it within themselves. They said they were going to show the guy Pepe, and little did they know that they just digging a red sand. People say that the people that are the one that is going to dig the red sand out will stay in his hand, and the one that is going to pack the sand back in the hole will also stay in his hand. So they don't know. I tell people, when the sun shines, not everybody is outside. And when the rain falls, everybody will not be outside. And they don't know. And they are playing with something that have never happened before. There is no one organization that will fight somebody in a court of law
and win
when you are being accused of human rights. and you think you are going to go and win that case, a society that where law works, you want to go and fight an individual that is talking about human right, they would never win it. And when I saw the case online that they are in court, I was just laughing. I thought by now they would be able to resolve it, but they said they were going to sue the guy Pepe. That's okay. We are here watching. They're gonna, because if they lose that case in the court, I'm very sure the government is going to find them close to the tune of $50,000.
Yes,
they will run down the NSV. How can you be accusing somebody that is having a mental health issue after all these blushings and all these abuse? The guy have cough. So I'm sorry, did not remove it, can't remove any hair from your body. Call 2 or 3, 4 elders, resolve this case, and they will move on. But they say they want to go to court and resolve the issue. That's okay.
You see, that's sometimes what some people, it depends on leadership too. When the leadership is not, being very, stiff-head, they take advice, and there's a problem. They need to start to listen to people.
What I'm noticing about power in the African community is that they all behave like the president in Africa. Once they attain that position, they try to use it they will undermine the law. They will try to use it to intimidate other people.
Yes,
they
will
feel that they are now demigods.
Yes,
They feel that untouchable.
Yes,
because they have maybe 5 or 6 members that is supporting them. You're running a community, not a house. Even if you are running a house, you don't people are driving in the street.
Yes.
So when you are being voted into a position, the reason why they vote you there is for you to be able to gather people together, even when they are abusing you. You bear it, gather people together, calm the situation down, and address the issue one by one.
Exactly.
You see that a lot of people will praise you, and a lot of people will be by you. But at the time you want to use your position to intimidate other people, simply because we are being voted there, and the end you go and come and tell people, we are doing volunteer job, we are not getting paid for this job, we are not getting paid for this job, you are going to court. Which means you are getting paid for it. Because
you could have resigned. I will be resigned.
I already sent a letter that they should resign, but they think I'm joking. Me, when I say my own, a lot of people will tell you, other people don't believe him. That guy, don't be Jeff. I beg you. Once he talk, I don't finish. You don't come out there. They don't know. Before I say that thing, I already I studied it. I'll go and read books about it. I'll go and check everything. If you are a president, you cannot say I'm sorry. Just apologize for the mistake for other people. That's why you are there. Kevin Rudd came and apologized to the whole Aboriginal people. He did not remove his heart. He did not tear his suit. He did not make him a bad prime minister. He said it and he said it and he left.
Yes.
Why would you want to become a president of an organization you don't know how to say sorry? Then you will fight. You will go to war with no bullet, no bulletproof, nothing. People will prepare you like this. At the end, they will just go away.
Leave you, run away. Yes.
Definitely, that's what's going to happen. I asked the other day, I said, now look, this government came out with a decision to bring in workers to come and work in Australia. Then I called one of these guys and said, look, the Nigeria NSV is supposed to write to the Minister of Immigration, ask them the reason why African is being sidelined. We are all pay tax in this country. Why is it only Europeans are allowed to come here to come and work, and African, the whole continent is left behind? The guys, they reply me and say, oh, it is you that are ambassador people that are holding the position of the ambassador people in this country are supposed to be the one to write to the immigration, not NSV. I was shocked to hear that. Wow. And I said, oh, these people are not here to represent us. If they are here to represent us, they'll be able to come up with an idea that what I just said now is very, very important. Like just a letter. Just write a letter to immigration that we are not certified that the whole African is being sidelined over the issue of visa in this country. Why are you giving side to all these Middle Easterners and all these Pacific and the like? The whole continent of Africa is not allowed to even supply one worker. Does it mean we are so dumb, or we are not educated, or why? Or you people just hate us like this? You know, they just blush it around. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll personally write a letter to the immigration on my own and to ask why Africans is being sidelined, and see maybe we'll get a response for that. Because we Africans here are supposed to gather ourselves together, take the case to court, so that they can recognize us here. Because if we are not allowed to bring any worker from Africa, that means we are not recognized in the country.
Yeah, you know, I saw Australian Day. Some of the MP are celebrating Indian Day. Do you know that Nigerian Independent Day, not MP celebrate? So we are not seeing like potential both, movers, you know? So what you are saying makes sense. Yes, it totally makes sense.
Because we don't have representative. We went election, before the election was done, we all set up a AGM to address the issue of misappropriation of funds in the NSV. And when these guys get to power, they said no, all things shall pass away. We are in a new beginning. So all the reason why they were voted in, they have not been able to achieve one point of the agenda. They call it all things shall pass away. They start beginning to preach the Bible upside down. You know, we are not saying they should come and pay the money. At least let's close the chapter by opening the book and close it. You can't just tell people that, oh, all things shall pass away. You know, those things, until the book is closed properly, it will not bring Nigerians together, as far as I know, because they believe the organization is corrupt. And that's why a lot of people are having those skeptical mind. So why must I contribute to this NSB? The one we have contributed, what have they been doing with it? See, that is one issue we are facing in here. A couple with the fact that now they are now in court, dragging themselves.
Well, maybe they go finish. Maybe they don't finish the money, the little money they get for court too.
They have the money.
Like you said,
so the money
they could have settled it in outside costs now.
That's what I'm saying. I was expecting them to do that. This is the first time NSV is being in court over issues they can easily resolve. Just because somebody put something in a WhatsApp group, that's the reason they are in court. You know, kicking people out and bringing people in. I used to be on the WhatsApp group, and I see the reason because one of my ambassador friends wrote something on the group, and then they started abusing the guy. And I asked, why are you guys abusing him? And then they started abusing me as well. I said, because we are all ambassadors. I said, because one person says something, and instead of you to think about what he said, whether he's wrong or right, you have no right to abuse the rest of us. And because of that, they removed me out of the dossier and the lack of Dontun, Esther, they all gang up. They removed my name from there. They thought I would come in there to come and beg them. Little do they know that I'm bigger than the WhatsApp group. You know, my network in Nigeria is bigger than the network, the WhatsApp group they are using to intimidate people. And that is the reason they end up in the court. And they went there to start abusing people, saying things that not everybody can take insult.
Yes,
that's what you don't understand.
Yes,
and the case go to court, and about 6 or 7 lawyers are now interested in the case because it's something to do with human rights. You know, there is no organization that can fight Australian human rights. It's not possible. It's not possible. And when the judge was trying to tell them that the case is going to be adjourned, and they heard that the president came up and said, no, we are not being paid. A cannot come here. The judge told them to shut up. Said, you can't tell us what to do in the court. We tell you what to do. You know, they shut all of them down over there, which is the first step that they are losing. They don't go to court. They only have 20 minutes in all these courts are going. It's only 20 minutes case. After 20 minutes, if you cannot provide a tangible response, you're finished. 20 minutes. 20 minutes, we have about 3 or 4 lawyers from the other end. And you cannot, what are you going to say there?
So they take 50 seconds.
That's it.
So they will just nail you.
They will just nail you easy. I've been to court in this country. I know what the way it is. Yeah, I know the way it is. I've stand in the court in the judge and me and them we have fight inside the court and say no, I can't accept this. I know this is what I want. No, it gotta go this way. Now, if they go and fail and then they issue them a fine, that means NSV has been charged in this country. They will probably revoke the certificate if they are not careful.
Wow, that's a big
because
case.
If they lose the case, they are already under guilty.
Scrutiny.
It's guilty. NSV is guilty of an offense. That's what it is. If they lose the case, their name and Nigeria NSV will be listed among like a criminal offense. You know. So all the people that went to court, their name will be blacklisted. They don't know what they are marking around with.
They should go settle. To me, I believe they should call things together.
They should just call 3 or 4 elders and resolve the case at home, rather than what they are doing.
And sometimes say ego, maybe job wise.
No, they say the president said he's going to deal with him. Say,
are you kidding me?
No be a butumeta we do for a year. A butumeta, will work for a year because of WhatsApp group. They say so many things, and some people were even using private. They were using another WhatsApp group to send message to this guy and be abusing him at home as well. So there are a lot of things that have come up. All those things, all those too many rhetorics they've used. People, there are some of these people in Nigeria also here that have kids as a disabled kids. We're also accused. How can you have a disabled kid at home and you will be abusing other people of the using disability or abuse other people when you know you are passing through the same thing? You know what it takes to raise a kid in this country that they have issues, have a health issue, and then you are using that same health issue to abuse other people. Isn't that a big trouble?
It's not good. Yeah,
we don't have a good reputation. Now we are fighting ourselves.
They need to, whatever. At the end of the day, the best thing is to call things, in order at home, settle. This money when they go cost now or whatever they go call, go they hear and government may pick interest tomorrow.
Obviously, definitely, that's why they are joining it. They are looking at the merit and the merit of the case.
Yes.
Now that about 3 or 4 lawyers are now interested in the case.
Yes.
Obviously, they've cited something that is. They've cited something in the case file that they are interested in.
They may go far.
Young as if that case turn upside down for the NSV, then all of them are present and decide to go and defend that case in the court. Because I told the case it's not for the NSV. It is the president that have dragged NSV to it. You get the point? Just before that he's the president of the NSV does not mean that the NSV is being sued. No, NSV wasn't sued, but he dragged NSV into it because he's the president of the NSV. That the message was sent into NSV platform. If you look at it, the merit of that platform wasn't registered by NSV. It was registered by an individual, and it's not NSV mobile phone. It's an individual mobile phone. So there are so many things at stake. If it was NSV mobile phone they're using to run that issue, it's a different thing. And also they accuse this guy that is
that an individual mobile phone they used to run it?
It's an individual mobile phone. It's Dozier mobile phone they are used to run it. That's why Dozier have the opportunity to lock anybody out, shut everything down at will. Doesn't give a damn about about other people's feeling. He just shut it down on his own. He don't care. That's what is happening there. Even when my wife, Mrs. Mom passed away, he abused us from there as well. People have to caution him. No, this is not the place for the people to post such a message on. We are not a member of the group. Why must they come and post such a condolence message there? It took a sort of rubbish, but in the same platform, they were using it to send a condolence to one guy from Ghana that passed away, which is not a Nigerian NSV member. We are a Nigerian NSV member. I pay my dues. The fact that I'm not in the group does not mean you have to use the group to abuse me.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So I overlook all those things. A lot of people can take it, a lot of people cannot. But at the end of the day, you just discover that these people don't know what it takes to run an organization. They are still wondering, how am I able to run my organization from here to Nigeria? They can see I was able to partner with the Oba of Benin from here to run my organization in Nigeria. The last event I did, it was a shock to everybody, and they never expected it. So to run an organization, you gotta have a very cool temperament. You have to be prepared to take the shit. You know, a lot of things is gonna come. People are gonna accuse you. People are gonna call you 419. People are gonna call you all sort of names. But as long as you don't take money from people, you don't take money wrongly from people, and the people that give you money to run the show did not accuse you, don't worry about what other people says. Keep on doing your thing. At the end of the day, you just want to make a name for your organization and for yourself and the people around you. You know, brother, if we start to discuss Nigeria issue today,
we'll go discuss later, maybe tomorrow. Anyhow, anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abuja, for coming, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
I'm not doing anything. I'm home tomorrow as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm trying to clean up my cow leg.
Oh wow! I just wanted to be buying time so that I can watch a Cote d'Ivoire game.
Cote d'Ivoire, they're playing against Egypt, isn't it?
Yeah, I think no, Gambia.
Gambia, okay. Okay, Egypt played already against Senegal. I think they won against Senegal 1-0.
Really?
I saw something yesterday on the I don't know. Anyway, when Nigerian games they played, they went there to go and play celebrity game. Nigeria never serious. I don't know the reason why they were using these professionals. They call them professional, playing Division 3 in Europe. You call yourself a professional. I don't know. The people that play for Enyimba, Enugu Rangers, Kano Pillars, they are better than these people in Europe. You know. The fact that they play for Arsenal, they play for they are playing in the lower division just for the money, and they classify them as professional. No, until playing Premier League, playing Barcelona or playing or PSG, playing all those big names, you are still just like person playing for ACB. So all those guys, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know what
they fall our hand. They fall our hand as they lose. They fall a lot of people. Boys will put a bed for their head for Nigeria. They show them for one counter where all of them carry their head like that.
This is a shame. It's a shame. You know.
Anyway, thank you very much. Anyway.
Messed up. Then you still call yourself professional. You know?
Oh my God. Anyway, you have a wonderful evening, and
yeah, my brother, I'm going to go to bed. It's already to 12 here.
I was really shocked that these people allow this thing to go to court. You know, it's time wasting.
They don't listen. They don't listen. Even the northern region we are here in Kregibon, or they call it northern region. The so-called, I call them governor. You know me, I call them governor. The so-called one they said is the head now, the governor of northern region. He said no, they should not add Jeffrey to their link, that Jeffrey will come and know our secret. At the end, they did a meeting here. And they said they should not add Jeffrey to it, that Jeffrey will come and know our secret.
And a secret club they run?
I don't know, because they run barbecue meeting.
Oh my God.
The barbecue they use and do now. They are still doing Nigeria Independence Day celebration from region to region. They will do until we do the new one again, do 2022. Yeah, it's the current NSV now is for barbecue. That's all. Nothing else they are doing. Barbecue.
I think we will take a date.
They don't even know that I'm not even interested. I look at the lack of people that is in the group. I look at their credibility. I already weigh them here and there, because the people that are running it, this one will talk here, this one will come and talk here. This one, some of them will come here and say, I don't want to be a member of it. They didn't realize that I know the game. I will go to the meeting and tell them, so I already told Jeffrey I'm not going to be a member of this, so that he cannot come and join us. Me, I'm not coming, because the NSV I know is one body. Not these governors, they share everywhere now. We now have, how many premier we have in Victoria? Only one. How many senators and ministers? they are all using the one building.
Mm-hmm.
If you are going to do meeting, invite all of them here. We do it the way we were doing the NSV before. It's even more better than the one they are doing now. From using, they're not eating a barbecue from one corner of the city to the other.
Well, they want to squash the money with the idea now. They made them see what they go fit squash inside the money with the idea.
Whatever they eat remain, and the next government that is coming, we have fed them.
When when will be the election?
They're supposed to get out of there by October or so. It's already almost 2 years they have been there now, if not 2 years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's almost now, and they are not able to achieve anything. The only achievement they have now is the court. They are battling.
That's so if they win the case. If they win the case, they will celebrate.
And they will eat more barbecue. So the best thing for that case is for them to go and withdraw it and settle the case at home amicably.
Yes. Yeah.
Otherwise, we will tell TV Joshua to resurrect from heaven to come and help them.
Oh my gosh.
My brother, let's leave this matter for another day.
My brother, we'll leave our bag. I'll go get myself ready and get prepared to watch the game later.
Ashbati won the
after 40. Yes. After
yeah,
40,
I don't know who is winning with this what is it called? These people that is the double.
Which one?
They are playing double.
Yes, Nikiros, they are playing that. I actually need to watch that. Yes, Nikiros and they are still playing double. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we'll go talk later now.
Okay, they won the first set and they are winning the second set.
Wow.
They are just serving to win the game now.
Wow.
Yeah, Nikiros is going to win, bro.
Wow.
1 point left.
Wow.
Let them just serve it. They are going to serve they are serving for the match.
If it's Nikiros serving, they will win. Is that Nikiros serving?
He's the one that is serving, though.
Oh, no, they will win. Because ball already in his racket. He will use big, powerful service.
They win. They win.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow.
They win.
To be so happy. Wow.
They win.
Wow. So I think that the double is
be booming them.
Yeah. I think the double is around 800,000.
Whether it's even 500,000 self, may they give me. Brother, go and watch it. Let's close this chapter.
My brother, thank you very much. And you have a
all right, no worries, man. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Guys, this program today, anyway, we have spent time talking about things, discussing about things. At the end of the day, what we say is that religion needs to be investigated. Religion needs to be clean. Or the way we are practicing religion is not the way people practice religion. We need to start to ask questions about that religion so that people can change and do the right thing. Anyway, let me finish this thing before I leave here.
About that, there is nothing concerned whether you are a Christian, whether you are a native doctor, pagan, or Muslim in sickness. If you are living in Muslim country today, if you are sick and you fail to visit Muslim country to cure you with the normal solution made for it everywhere in the world, you will die. Sickness don't respect religion. Anybody who is involving sickness with religion, involving your health with religion, is a murderer. Even the Bible, who claim that Jesus will cure you, is a murderer book created by the people who killed us practically in the olden days. You see, because they use Bible and Quran to make us so that we will quickly forget what the European did to us. These people invaded us, they slaughtered us, they raped our mother, they cut the fingers of our young ladies, they chain us like animals, they build a cage, they put us inside a cage, they pay money to come and watch us as a monkey, they push us inside the river, they bought us, they tied us like animals, they use us to build their empires. Now, when they notice that we want to open our eyes, they went and brought Bible. And when these jagabans of Christian leaders in Nigeria notice that it is calm, now they started sucking you dry. Can you believe a pastor who is telling you that the world is about to end? That you should prepare yourself very well, that the world is about to end. Is building an airport in Nigeria. An airport that some states don't have in West Africa. A pastor who is preaching Bible to you, that the word is that Jesus is coming soon. is building an airport that some state governments could not build in some West Africa, in Nigeria. Do you get me? The Almighty Chukwokikabiam is not owing you anything. Everything that Almighty God created, it is perfect, and you are not controlling anyone with prayer.
So, brother, you can hear this brother wherever you're watching me from Nigeria, from outside the world, wherever you're watching. Please, if it's your first time of watching this program, remember to hit subscribe so that you'll be able to see our program anytime we come online. Thank you guys for watching. And I must say that, we have looked into this religion today, but watch me next week when I discuss about why we need religion. Many people are going back to the traditional way and all those things. Is that the best way? I will give it so you make decision. I hope God will touch your heart and we can sit down and really dissect this religion problem. Thank you. Stay blessed. Lawube, future you, see.